This short video tutorial is a brief introduction to using the CCG authorization portal. The first screen you'll see after you log in is the home page. On the left is an area showing announcements from the board. Note the small orange icon which indicates anything that's been shared from the board. To see the details of the announcement, click on the title. In this case, the announcement has an attachment, the portal user guide. You can click on the attachment to open it up and download it. You can close the windows when you've finished. On the right, you can see the latest items added to or changed in your portal library. And in the centre is a brief summary of your progress towards being ready for submission. These two areas, the library and the authorization tool, are the ones that you will use to prepare your submission. The library is where you'll store your documents, and the authorization tool is what you will use to connect your documents to specific evidence thresholds from the guidance for CCGs. Let's look at the library first. Most of the documents you upload here will automatically be cross-referenced to the criteria from the authorization guide. When you first visit the library, you'll see that we've already added placeholders for the mandatory submission documents in the CCG guide. Here you can see the placeholder for your Joint Strategic Needs Assessment. To start with, the placeholders have no files attached to them. As an example, to attach your JSNA to this placeholder, click on the Edit button. You can add files or web addresses as content, and you can attach more than one file or address if you wish. Click on Add File and pick the file you want to add. In this case, I'm going to add an appendix diagram as well by clicking Add File again. You should also signpost which specific part of your document evidences the requirements, so type this in. You'll have to do this for each evidence item. Once you've finished, go to the bottom of the page and click Update to save your changes. Your library will also contain any templates or reference material shared from the commissioning board. Here is the guide that we saw earlier. You will also want to add case studies to your submission. To do this, you'll need to create a new document in the library. Click on Add New Document to start a new item. Give it a title and then upload your file just as before. By clicking on Add File and picking the file that you need. As this is a case study, we'll also flag it as a case study to help the assessment team to process it. And again, click on Update to save your changes. The authorization tool structures your submission and relates each of your submitted documents to evidence criteria. Here you can see a list of all of the evidence requirements in detail, and against each, the documents that contain the relevant evidence. We've already set up the relationships to the mandatory documents for you, and you can't change these. At the top of the page, you can see a summary of your progress. Just under the bar, you can upload your supporting documents and complete your online application form. Scrolling down, we can see the JSNA that we updated earlier in the library. To submit the case study that we added earlier, click on the blue pencil next to the evidence item supported by the case study. Scroll down and click on Add Document and add the case study that we entered earlier. Now we've added our case study, we might decide that this evidence item is complete and ready for submission. So at the bottom of the page, we can indicate that it's ready and update to save our changes. Now our new case study will be included when we submit, and at the top of the page the progress bar has updated. To prepare your application form, click on the button at the top of the page. Make any changes you like here, at any time, and when you've finished, click on Save at the bottom of the page. You can return to this form as often as you like before you submit your application. Finally, to submit your application, click on Submit All Evidence for Assessment. You'll only be able to do this if you've been specifically authorised to do so. Once you click it, the portal will validate your submission. If there are any problems, the submission won't happen and you'll see a list of issues that you need to address. Once you've successfully submitted, the assessment process will start. You won't be able to make any more changes, but you'll still be able to use your portal to read your submission. That's the end of this video. On the site itself you'll find the user guide and details of how to contact support if you have any further questions or need any more help.